Lesson 7. Describing numbers and trends. Numbers were one of the first things you probably learned in English class, but many students have difficulty saying very big and very small numbers in English. In this lesson, you'll practice saying complicated numbers and learn how to talk about trends. Let's warm up with some pronunciation practice. It's common to confuse numbers like 13 and 30. This shows why it's important to put the stress on the correct syllable. In 13, the stress is on the second syllable, and in 30, the stress is on the first syllable. Listen and repeat. 13, 30, 14, 40, 15, 50, 16, 60, 17, 70, 18, 80, 19, 90. Now let's move on to some bigger numbers. 100 or 100, 435 or 435, 1,000 or 1,000. In numbers that are bigger than 1,000, you can use the comma to separate the parts of the number. 5,468, 10,000, 75,120, 100,000, 322,986. Let's continue to the really big numbers. 1 million, 1 billion, 1 trillion. Again, to say these numbers in English, read the number from left to right, saying each part between the commas individually. 3,209,611. Big numbers practice. I'm going to show you some numbers. Try to say them first and then check your answer. 84, 723, 112, 2,506, 9,999, 18,275, 360,200, 8,985,310. Small numbers. Now that you know how to say big numbers, let's learn small numbers, decimals, and fractions. Decimals. 1.5, 8.09 or 8.09, 0.317. When saying an email address or website, this is called dot, www.espressoenglish.net. But when saying a number, this is called point, 3.6. Fractions. Listen and repeat. 1/2, 4.5, 1/3, 1/4, 1/4, 1/5, 1/6, 1/7, 1/8, 1/9, 1/10, 1/10. The fractions can be difficult to pronounce because of the th at the end, But it's good to practice because you'll need these words for dates and ordinal numbers: first place, second place, third place, fourth place, etc. Small numbers practice. I'm going to show you some numbers. Try to say them first and then check your answer. 42.51, 0.296, 29.8, 13.5, 1 2/3, 5.04, 2/5, 3/4 or 3/4, 70.99. Special rules for money and dates. In English, prices are said differently from other decimals. 4.95, 4.95. When talking about money, don't say point and say the numbers after the point together, 95, rather than separately. Here are more examples. 12.42, 36.80, 167.10, $167.10, 395.23, $395.23. With prices over 100, the short form can be confusing, so people often say the long form to make the number clear. Now let's look at dates. When saying the year in English, we divide it into two parts and say them separately. Don't say 1981. Say 1981, 1762, 1500, 1609. There are some exceptions beginning with the year 2000. For years 2001 to 2009, use 2000. For years 2010 and 2011, say 2010 or 2010, 2011 or 2011. For years 2012 and later, say 2012, 2013, 2014, etc. I know it's confusing. Finally, when saying days of the month, use the ordinal numbers. Don't say September 3, say September 3rd. Don't say January 25, say January 25th. Note that when writing the dates, it is different in American and British English. British English goes day, month, and year. American English goes month, day, year. Money and dates practice. I'm going to show you some prices and dates. Try to say them first and then check your answer. $7.50, $12.85, $29.14, $55.66, $209.20. November 27th, 1964. March 12th, 2007. August 6th, 2014. January 18th, 1911. April 30th, 1883. Changes and trends. Now let's learn vocabulary for describing trends. If numbers are going up, going down, or staying the same. Listen and repeat. Sales went up. Sales increased. Sales rose. Sales climbed. Sales went down. Sales decreased. Sales fell. Sales dropped. Sales remained constant. Sales stayed the same. Sales fluctuated. Sales went up and down. Sales leveled out around 2006. Sales stabilized around 2006. Sales reached a high point in 2005. Sales peaked in 2005. Sales reached a low point in 2005. Sales bottomed out in 2005. In addition to talking about the direction of the change, we can also talk about the degree of the change, if it was a big change or a small change. Sales decreased slightly. There was a slight decrease in sales. Sales decreased dramatically. There was a dramatic decrease in sales. Sales gradually increased. Sales of our red product suddenly increased. Sales of our blue product suddenly decreased. Sales of our red product jumped. Sales of our blue product plummeted. You finished Lesson 7. Log in tomorrow for Lesson 8, Letters and Emails.